start because you're just much internal pressure.
Woo! Yeah, let's go.
Use that pressure so when a guy leaves that area, just throw it right there in that area. You want to come after us? Go ahead. Walk into the gym now. That's up.
Yes, the Steelers defense already establishing its presence across the league as you look at the starters. Number one overall defense, giving up only 286 yards a game. Number one in sacks. Number one in quarterback hits. Number one in tackles for losses. It's pretty impressive.
Never said number one that often, Jim.
Yeah. They're doing it all. And so Dupree and Watt, you highlighted.
What's up out there? Get him! Yeah, defense, let's go!
Well, watch the edge here. This is why most teams are like, he doesn't care if you're going to go ahead and hand this ball off inside. You're going to hand it off? I don't care. I'm running right at you, quarterback. Well, guess what that happens? You have to hand
Go Steelers!
This rule, this is the responsibility that they do as good a job as anybody. They do what they're supposed to do. Hand it off. Feel that.
Yeah, it hits him again. Do it with the great.
Go! 5 wide, blitz him! Get him! Go defense! Come on, man! Save that dude! Don't let him get out there! Get him! Get him! Oh, BS, man!
Oh, that's a really silly play.
Come on, man! Come on! BS! More soft, man. Soft.
Give him anything. This game is about penalties and turnovers. That's not the other team's going to get field position and get points.
What do you think? Makes contact about 2 yards in. Well, there's the hit.
No, it's Hayward. Yeah, it's not just Hayward. That's the right call.
BS, I ain't know. He just pushed him out of bounds. See, that's the joke I was talking about. We always get cheated. Oh, unnecessary roughness. Soft, man. More soft. Y'all take it up for it like he paid men or somebody. Cheaters. Cheating us.
Especially after an interception. If you had all of a sudden I come out, you'll see the end with a little push, but no, that's a penalty on Hayward.
Ain't no penalty.
Regardless, it's all the way to the Pittsburgh 42 and a new set of downs. But they just sent a word that they did correct it officially to Hayward.
No penalty. Cheaters.
That's Coppins, rookie from Ohio State.
Cheating us already.
7.
Just got started.
Going into the game that sets up everything. Yep. I said if they can run that play just straight downhill and get 4-5 yards, it sets up everything else. That's where the play action comes from. Because now you got to get that internal pressure.
Cheating us already.
Right through the middle, surrounding someone. That's where everything opens up. If they cannot run that play,
Come on, defense.
Seeing a lot of Dobbins to
2nd and 6. Let's go. Bledsoe.
They make it to him. He goes through the hands of Ricard. Ricard did not hold on, but got another marker. Appreciate penalty on the Ravens.
Push him back.
Illegal formation foul. 5 players in the backfield. Number 79 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
We were talking before the game that the Ravens in 6 games had only trailed in one of them, and that was the game that they lost to the Chiefs. And in the game, they never gave up a lead.
No, I mean, they've literally been in the lead 100% of the time.
2nd and 11. Let's get a sack, baby.
Like you said, since the Chiefs game. You look at John
What? Hit him.
Two of the best coaches in the NFL. Standing, disciplined. The rules are easy for the players, and yet they can be exiled.
Get him. Don't let him escape. Oh, Lord, catch him.
for 34 and inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is strictly Lamar Jackson. I mean, you feel the pressure slide out, and he just buys enough time for Snead. Really, it's a great effort by Swain to get there, but Willie Snead, outstanding job protecting the ball right there at the end. In a game like this, you get a big play, you've got to protect it. Baltimore's in position now.
Come on, INT, baby, INT. Let's go. It's gonna be a run.
Stop is Cameron Sutton.
Come on, Watt, when the ship set.
This rush defense of the Steelers has faced a challenge the last couple of weeks. Look at 3 weeks in a row. They had Cleveland 2 weeks back when Cleveland came as the #1 rush offense, and the lady held them to 75 yards. Then took on Derrick Henry last week, who led the league in rushing, and they held him 42 yards below his season average, was 75. And now the Ravens are #1 in that category.
How about that ball? That's 3 in a row. I mean, that's a tough stretch you're going to have against folks.
Second and goal. And boom.
Knock his ass out.
Benson was
This dog, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him.
hesitating.
Let's go.
Well, it's really Tyree Phillips' fault. It's a pitch. It's supposed to be a shovel pass. The problem is the young guy, Tyree Phillips. They think he's going to be a really good player. He's done a good job, but he kind of gets in the way.
Yeah, we can call the tackle by Phillips.
Here we go.
Got knocked down by
3rd and goal from the 10. Let's shut him down.
Right? He's supposed to be in front of the running back.
6 yards out.
Get him. Great catch. Great catch.
I mean, this is a big-time throw by Lamar Jackson. So watch, you're going to see pressure here. And this is where he's so special. He'll go up and go out. But watch Lamar.
Come on, man.
Right before it goes. And when he does that, he just throws a corner route perfectly on time before the defender really can even get his head around.
It's holding.
That's rare instincts right there. Obviously, they're the wrong game. That's special.
Beautiful throw that had a lot of zip on it. Hunter's extra point tries it. 7. What a great bounce back. 8 over the personal foul penalty on 3rd down.
Rail's trying to keep him in the game already. They cheating for him. Damn you.
Amazon Transportation Services. I really saw the challenge of climate change. We want to be sustainable, but when you have a truck covering over 300 miles, or you have flights covering hundreds of miles, it's a bit more challenging. We are letting the data guide us to the best solution. It's inspiring to try to solve a problem that nobody else has solved. That's super exciting.
The Clean Jersey Swap. Now jerseys are washed in Tide Hygienic Clean. It cleans deep because, let's be honest, these jerseys need it. Not again.
It's got to be Tide Hygienic Clean.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that Patrick Price on my insurance, Jake from State Farm. Being a champ has its perks.
Hey, here's the deal, Patrick. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Let me repay the favor with some field passes. Come on.
No favors, just great rates.
Okay, fine. I'll let you wear the ring, but only for a day.
When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jobs versus mobs. Your choice. As we recover from the virus, will we rebuild our economy, keep taxes in check, bring America back with good jobs stronger than ever, or give up, turning America over to the crazy radical left? Our police and national defense defunded. Endless violence, riots, and destruction. Massive job-killing tax hikes. Tell Washington, America needs jobs, not mobs.
The fighting spirit is one we all share. And on Election Day, that spirit has a voice. If it's worth fighting for, is worth voting for. Medella, root for those in the fighting spirit. From indescribable emotion to the ultimate coronation, a tradition unlike any other. The Masters in 2 weeks on CBS.
When it comes to this rivalry, I remember James Harrison one time telling us in a production meeting, there's so much hate, it turns to love. It's respect. And the rivalry continues as Lamar Jackson has thrown a touchdown pass in a 15th consecutive game, really set up by that crucial penalty call
by Hayward. You're exactly right. That was the only reason, obviously, they scored on that drive because they were off the field. And think about it, we throw an interception. Now you're okay, right? You're back into it. You kind of got like that emotional level, that huge feeling. It's a big game. It just kind of calms everybody. We just go back to the point.
Rain has stopped here at M&T Bank Stadium. Ray McLeod is a returner, leads the league in return average. Hurdles out of bounds near the 30th with a flag out.
Team us again. Here we go.
So Roethlisberger comes onto the field for the first time since the coin toss. He's been sitting on the sideline for about 20 minutes.
I always hated this when I walk out. I'm like, oh, don't hold me, but I want to go back to the 10 or 12 yard line.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team, 10-yard penalty for this bottle foul. First down.
Well, Big Ben, he's been setting marks. He's become the most tenured Steeler in most games played, breaking Webster's mark. Last week he had his 150th victory as a starting quarterback.
Let's go. First and 10, baby. Here we go.
Ebron and McDonald.
All right, still the first and 10. Come out with what, 3 wide, tight end. I know, double tight end. Double tight end. Come on, Connor.
Let's get the report in this matchup. Pittsburgh offense against the Baltimore D.
Yeah, well, in this game, Pittsburgh does not take that many shots downfield. They'll sporadically throw them in. They throw quickly and often. I think right here, secondary, be physical at the line of scrimmage. You're going to see these receivers, guys outside, you've got to get your hands on them early. Do not let them get going crossers over him, and then he runs up and out, and he just reads it across. Be physical. Get your hands on it. Don't let him do it quick.
That was madness. Well done. Here's Ngakwe on the field for his first snap, and the pass hit right at the knees, incomplete, of Eric Ebron.
And this is where I think it's, you see Ngakwe right there coming right out. But this is what they do. They just have a little out route. The ball comes out of the hands, and the ball's a little low, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to be really accurate. I know it's not Ramkin, but the ball touches the ground.
Yeah.
It's very wet on the ground. So whenever the ball touches it, it just comes to you, and you feel that. And the receivers feel it when it comes in.
It's slick. You saw Ngakwe. Traded to Baltimore from Minnesota for a third and fifth during the bye week. 3rd and 11. One with a deep.
Hold him! He grabbed him! Yeah, that's what I was talking about. He grabbed him. He grabbed him.
Watch how heavy they are on you. They want to stop the quick passes. Peter's is going to probably lay his body there, almost expecting the snap.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. By rule, the ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Third down, baby.
3rd and 11 is Peters called for the pass interference.
Yeah, you grabbed him.
Ben James Washington.
When you see how he's underneath, there's a little hole in the back. Washington just running a go route. And the Steelers team, they're pretty smart. They adjust well. Ben's going to have to.
They hit him. Now Lamar, they be crying about it.
This is the guy who's going to get the ball. tight man coverage. Claypool was like 6'9", 300 pounds for a receiver.
Ravens football. Claypool, who was a 3-year teammate at Notre Dame with Boyford, who caught the Ravens touchdown earlier, walks it up here. Peter stripped.
The game went down.
We take safety seriously, like in the Hyundai Tucson.
We'll
We'll protect the ones you love
all right, getting cheated.
and the ones they love.
Somebody get Claypool some glue to put on his hands.
IIHS Top Safety Awards than Honda or Toyota. Feeling safe. It's better in a Hyundai Tucson.
Somebody tell Claypool hold on to the ball.
Quite often.
Support we've had our lost classes, they're amazing. It's not just a work environment. Everyone here is family.
If you are ready to open your heart and your home, check us out.
We thought for sure that we were done. And this town said, not today.
Local businesses are the heart and soul of our communities. They give thanks. They make a difference. They go the extra mile. They've always been there for us. It's time for us to return the favor, because where you shop matters. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
We're here with 11-year-old children, valedictorian.
Y'all can't leave comments on Facebook. I don't know why. I had a comment on YouTube.
He's scared into it anyway.
The Young Sheldon season premiere, Thursday at 7 Central on CBS. Go to NFLShop.com and gear up.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Visa. Shop local, because where you shop matters. The all-new Hyundai Elantra, our most advanced Elantra yet. And by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Well, they looked during the break at Claypool. Was it a catch? And it was for sure. He took a good 3.5 steps. We even conferred with Keith Sarator, confirmed. Takeaway by the team that forced the most fumbles in the league. That's the 13th fumble force. And the league most nights. Furious Edwards again up the middle for 4.
That's the play. 4 yards up the middle. Just a simple dive play. Allows you to do all your other stuff. Play action. Run the ball outside for a big play. That's their base offense. The carrot is Lamar Jackson, right? Everybody, look at me over here. And this play is what really kills people over and over again. And then Lamar kills you for 40.
Well, they've got a short field for the 13th time this season. They've scored touchdowns 8 out of 12 times. When they start on this side of 50. Percentage. This time Hayden ends the Edwards run up the gut for 3. Got a Raven down, one of the linemen.
33.
Is Phillips, the rookie right guard. Set aside here. 7 minutes still to go in the first.
5G just got real. iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro are here on Verizon 5G with the coverage of 5G nationwide and in more cities, the performance of 5G ultra wideband. Get iPhone 12 on us when you switch. Only on Verizon.
At Chipotle, we believe that the best food on earth is the best food from the earth. That's why we use only whole avocados to make our guacamole fresh every day. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle.
Mike Williams, you out there?
I got last time. Fine.
protecting every single yard of your home.
We gotta get a light down there. Someone could get hurt.
So quiet. You shout, you yell. When you fall in love. You need to start dating. There are plenty of other women.
They're not all going to be into me, so I'm going to need your help to keep me from getting a big head.
We can do that. You are far from perfect.
Yeah, okay.
I cringe when you dance.
When you sweat, you smell like a cedar forest.
You don't have a forehead, you have a 5-head. You seem to have 6 to 8 extra teeth.
The Unicorn. New season begins Thursday, November 12th on CBS.
He's totally team first. More like me first. We'll go to the White House.
Tired of all the nonsense? Through CBS Sports HQ.
Your free, always on Sports News Network.
Tyree Phillips got rolled up and was able to hobble to the sideline, but Patrick McCarry comes in for him. But they said 3rd and 3 at the Pittsburgh 37.
And nobody's better on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3 at running the ball and getting the first down. I think this is a 2-down situation. And you'll see Vince Williams blitz right here. Started back and he runs right up the middle.
It's Dobbins. Sets in the tackle and shoved out near the 10. What a great run. And a couple of key blocks, too, by Andrews and Boyle.
Well, they needed Vince Williams to blitz there because watch on the edge. 86 out front, Boyle. Right there. Chops down Vince Williams and then Spillane. Kick quick it to the edge. Dobbins out the gate. They're learning now. You see that block right there by Boyle? As soon as Williams popped out of there, Jim, it gave Boyle the opportunity to get leverage out.
And you saw the one then after that by Andrews on Edmonds.
Wow. Come on. Damn it.
Gets some keeps. And knocked down by Hayward. Just get an injury update from Tracy.
Well, Jim, one note, the Pittsburgh Steelers right now playing without Tyson Alualu, who is dealing with a right knee injury on the bench with an ice pack in it. Deontay Johnson was in the blue tent. They were looking at his hamstring, and I just got word that Tyree Phillips has a right ankle injury, and his return is questionable.
Well, Alu, you see him there. He's been really an underrated star in his defense.
Jim, you're right. This is a huge thing because now also you got Bucks going against Stirrup. And I think that you can run inside now.
2nd and 6. Jackson has the ball locked out of his hands.
Take the ball, man. Yeah. Turnover, Steelers.
Yes, folks, the fun of a new house. Seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Well, saving on homeowners insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun, too.
Oh, it's time to go, sir.
I left a ton of stuff up here.
Well, enjoy your house.
No, thank you.
Geico could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
I'm just going to drive a record.
Oh, you think that's a bad move? So you're saying I should go to Subway for a delicious footlong? Amazing speech, Coach.
I know.
Now in the app, get a free footlong when you buy two because it's footlong season.
This is Nest Audio from Google, but someone wants to bring a little bounce to their house.
Hey Google, play this on all my speakers.
It's the Google Whole Home Funkifier. Introducing Nest Audio from Google.
Yeah.
We've been training for the Shipathon because the obstacles are bigger than ever this holiday. Shop and shipper. FedEx.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Walmart. Let's end the year with what matters. And by FedEx. The Shipathon is coming, so shop and ship early this season.
Lamar Jackson has turned it over twice in this first quarter. Dupree forcing the fumble, recovered by Vince Williams.
Yeah, it's unbelievable job. It's great effort on this part.
Steelers maybe picked up one up the middle. And there was no doubt about that being a fumble. It was not anything that you had to second guess. Was the arm moving forward?
No, Dupree comes back and he actually hits the ball while it's still in.
On the way back.
On the way back, yep. Just great job of communication on defense, a pretty great effort. Or just has to get that out sooner. Today's the day where you can just run. Just go get 4. It doesn't hurt your team. This is where Pittsburgh is taking some shots this year, Jim. Backed up in your own end zone, handed off first. All of a sudden, make it look like a run, or just a screen, or a shot type of play.
It's another running play.
Let's go! Go, Carter! Go!
This is watch 66 just come across. You see, like, that's a slow developing play. That's risky. But you know what? The Steelers can take shots there. They know the analytics of Baltimore. Baltimore's so good at knowing your tendencies and situations that I think Pittsburgh looked at themselves and said, we have to change up certain things. Talking to Ben, he knows their analytics department, how well they're coaching situational football.
Got to hurry. They were on the play clock.
Come on, man.
They say they got it up on top. I'm not so sure it's going to go deep down over the By the way, tonight on CBS 60 Minutes visits 2 states that will be key to this year's election, plus the inside story behind America's first COVID outbreak. That's tonight on CBS. We heard Tracy earlier say Deontay Johnson shaken up with a hamstring injury. He's been just, when he's been able to play, he's been dynamic, but got a toe injury in practice this week, a back injury earlier this season. It's hard to keep him healthy.
It is, but
He's out there now.
It's a great player. He helps that 3 guys like that, tough to cover.
And look at the Ravens cover that up. Jimmy Smith, who was questionable all week with an Achilles injury, able to play, and the Steelers were really anxious to see if Smith would be on the field today. They respect him.
Wow, and this is a great job. They have corners who can tackle, eyes on the quarterback, then gets through the progression. He moves the ball in his hand, he fires it outside, and there comes a corner up to make a big-time tackle. Coming.
3rd and 10.
When they have Smith, Humphrey, and everyone healthy, this team, they play man-to-man, they come after you, exotic blitzes. This is a man-to-man game against the teams that good man-to-man route runners. Everyone's got to hold up.
There go Brown. And Connor only able to find about 3, so they'll punt. Jordan Berry coming back.
Come on, man.
Been cut right before the start of the season. They went with Dustin Colquitt, but released Dustin after the Cleveland game. Berry came back last week to his old team and did well against Tennessee, moving a 51 and a 49-yarder.
If you're at home, you're like, what's that play called? 10?
Yeah.
Campbell did a great job getting to the edge there, not getting it, but that's the analytics right there. They don't think we'll run to the blitz on it. It was wide open, but Campbell just overcame a block and got there.
Over 730 punts this year in the league, and not a single one's been brought back for a touchdown. And that's going to have no chance for the return because the kick is short and sideways. And it's going to be just inside the 50. Let's see, maybe down here at the 43. Well, 39 yards. Better than first glance. 7-7.
Add Scribe Music burst into song when you get free delivery from Popeyes.
Oh, baby.
What's that? 7-7. Let's go.
Here comes the dive play right at you. Everyone, linebackers suck up and from right behind them. Saw that on the handcut. First drive to break it. Second 4. Jackson's first time.
Get him! Hold it! He was holding him! Come on, ref! Where the flag at? He holding him!
Because they know this dive play, they like to go here and throw the income. It just shows you. So what they do is have the safety in the corner, both guard the same guy. If he comes in, I got him. Most teams, the corner's starting him, right? And the safety's out in the middle of the field. What an adjustment for the first drive. Same thing on the defensive line, but in the secondary, we adjust them. Look at these steps right here. And then out.
He holding him!
You don't get that yet. I learned from somebody. First down, big slap, long, hammered at the 50 by 2. Jewett's done a great job a couple of times.
Oh my God.
Stanley down.
Stanley out! No! Get his ass out of the game. Sack still, baby. Let's go.
48 hours ago, signed a 5-year extension for $112 million. The left tackle best. Nice, Stanley.
That's a tough one, too. I mean, you're already down. Phillips is out of the game. And I saw on that play, McCary got beat by Tuitt.
We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from State Farm.
Hey, yo, they holding my boys. They ain't calling it.
Well, that's just fine.
What you got? What you got? I got to see. Nigga, you.
Real fast in the city, play Monopoly, real cash, being big in the bottle speak. Shaking aces, hit the ass, and around the beach, up your cats got the seat in the white space. Sights and shades of soul, being broke is challenge, so quick out. From the fast club with the ice on, me and Vice on. Cats on, taking the Vice on, and the 1500 seats, watch the tights on. Same night, same fight, one of us cats ain't playing right. I let you tell the people, place yourself in the shoes for 2 seconds. Tell me you want more, any chance you get. Any chance you get, we live for the moment. Make sense, that's why I'm
Jet lag from back and forth. So the best friends make the best cities and the best teams. Don't forget the vibe. Jam hills, French finals. Sticky beef, she like finals. Shit, if you sing the A's, the H glasses, actually just ain't shit changed. Kind of strange. I hate your truth. I can be in
stay full, nigga skip the bowl cause you mad at those. Snatch the P89 that we pack in the drawers and we clap the doors and get action roll. Snap my camera rolls on air with yours. You want hands on the air and your chicken big rock, no cracks. Everybody got a phone, so they mad at you. Running me in crib now, crack your door. Watch the real players play, there's a hand in the ball. Play the charts like the Beatles, y'all dap the balls. Toast Chris Sal on behalf of y'all. Make too many and bad as yours. Clean doofies, laugh at y'all, some fast at y'all.
Country has tennis courts and horseback. Ride and slide and wreck, grab a monster. Say monsters don't prosper. Niggas happy to
killers or hustlers. I'm one of the slaves. From this on day two, she used to stay from the rock house pieces and bumping on your hands. Now we find friends in unfamiliar places. Tito smile every time we see our faces. Cases, more than out feeling.
Get him! So one of Stanley just got hurt. Great, good left tackle for Baltimore.
A lot of hits so far. Lamar Jackson State will start to stink.
If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Come on, people now, smile on each other, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Try to love one another right now.
When managing diabetes, you can't always stop for a finger stick. With the Freestyle Libre 14-day system, a continuous glucose monitor, you don't have to. With a painless 1-second scan, you can check your glucose with a smartphone, so you can stay in the moment. You can do it without finger sticks. Ask your doctor for a prescription today. And if you join the My Freestyle program, you can try the Freestyle Libre 14-day system for free. Learn more at myfreestyle.com.
Blast off. That's 3 adventures and 1 collection. Super Mario 3D All-Stars on it.
That's why we learned to sprint. Now it's about to get better. Nationwide is getting stronger with the capacity coverage for more places across the country. Who says you can't have it all? Now is the time for 5G. Now is the time to join it. We fight the battles no one hears about. We're the ones who go before all others. Hi, folks. Colonel Senator here to make dinner time. Meal time is overwhelmed. Especially when you're trying to work, parent, and help the student all at once. So let us help with KFC $20 bill. Just like a home cooked meal, you don't have to do it. Ratbirds open and get contact with delivery. We're the FBI. I just got a call. I want hands on deck. Let's go, FBI. Let's get to the answer. FBI, just what? Drop the gun. Hey, stop. FBI's back. November 17 on CBS. The first quarter, we saw turnovers. We saw a touchdown by each team. We saw a couple of injuries. And Spillane with a pick six. Grandson of the former Heisman Trophy winner at Notre Dame, Johnny Ratbird. Taking it to the game 7-7. Ravens have won 14 plays. Pittsburgh territory. And had 7 points to show for it. Here's McLeod. Out of bounds at about the 14. This rivalry, if you boil it down to the two coaches, well, this is the 25th regular season meeting between these two. It's the most in the modern era since the league merger back in 1970. If you look at all time, George Halas, who currently Lambeau, got 48 times. That's the most. And then Lambeau and Steve Owen, 28. And Harbaugh and Tom will go to 25. Third most.
Well, that just shows you how good these guys are as a leader of men. Tactician, just getting the guys to play hard. We got to hire the last that long in the NFL.
Ratbirds.
Two organizations are outstanding.
Baltimore Ratbirds.
5 of their 9 snaps.
I think we just showed about the turnovers. 2-1, most ever first quarter between these two. This game has always been about physical, run the ball, protect the football. And today's tough because of the weather a little bit, but usually Mark Jackson protects it a little bit. It's almost like he's second-guessing a few things. And I think that he just needs to, if it's not there, take it down and run. Use your skill set. But he got away with one of the last third down, Jim, and he was getting hit and going down.
No question. That was in the air for a long time. A lot of hang time. 2nd and 6. That'll be a first down. Completion.
We don't want it down, baby.
Jim, a 2 on legs after number 1. That's like Rams bring the blitz and 2 makes a pay. 3-yard quick snap to Devontae Parker. His first career team pass. Off his time.
2, baby.
Jim, Tony, and Tracy.
No, thank you, fellas. So much build-up about this first start. 2, good for them. Touchdown pass. Ben's debut, you see him. His debut was on this right field. Week 2 of 2004. Picks up the ball. Completes it to Claypool. He's out to about the 33. Yeah, Ben came in for injured Tommy Maddox back in that 04 season after being drafted in the first round. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Learned a lot from it. Then got to start the next week, week 3 against Miami, a game that had to be moved because a hurricane was approaching South Florida. Got moved up a couple of days, and then he never lost until the AFC Championship game of his rookie year. Built up a remarkable win streak to start.
2nd and 3. Let's go.
2nd and 3. The ball's dropped by Jalen Samuels, who's been in the last couple of plays.
Yeah, and you're going to see those balls are going to be tough today. The slant to Claypool, you take a couple shots early, like we said, and then they lay off, you throw a slant, but this stuff underneath them, these little crossers, these guys are...
Come on, Sam. You better catch that one, baby.
More encouraging than admonishing. No, it was. Come on, Jay. Wasn't that hard to catch? 33, 4,000 fans around the tent, and they are being heard. That's over the head of James Washington. And the Steelers will come off the field again in a hurry.
Well, this is the Ravens exotic. This takes me back to like the Ryan days when they were in the early 2000s. They're going to see a bunch of guys over here come. Ben's going to feel it, so he has to throw this out route quickly, and he's just a little early. So what happens is if you throw too early, and the guy cuts and breaks downhill like you want, and you just don't get the angle the exact same way you want, and that's all because of the pressure and the design of the ball.
Here's Ferry to punt to rookie James Crochet. This one's got a lot of hang time. It's a good one. It drives him back to the fair catch near the 20, 47 yards. Spillane with the game's first touchdown. Later, Jackson to Boykin. They were 7-7 in the second.
Frustrated that your clothes get damaged when you wash them and they just don't look the same? Well, now
7-7.
with Downy Defy
Steelers ain't really done nothing on
protects your
offense.
clothes from the stretching, fading, and
Lamar Johnson ain't gonna struggle the whole game.
protect your clothes.
They gonna make a play. Got the score.
That was wow. I had to see the numbers. Oh, he always got me. 1.4 yards away. Technically, I get it close to his foot, about a size 15. Scramble 14 yards. Let it fly. With all that going on, kids going good. 31%. Yeah. Touchdown, baby. What? You thought a toe tickle was gonna stop me? Come on, now. Next Gen Stats, powered by Amazon Web Services. AWS is out.
When driving pays off. With Allstate, the safer you drive, the more you save. You've never been in better hands. Allstate, quicker call for a quote today.
Ordering Chipotle for the family? Run out. Go for it. With one is a side of the diet. Grubhub gives you rewards for rewarding yourself with food.
Today's the day. You know that feeling you woke up with? Those butterflies don't ever go away.
But you have a plan. You're ready. Now execute it. November 3rd, Election Day.
We're counting on you to do your part. Vote.
We pursue the truth no matter where it leads us. Sometimes all it takes is one person to make a difference.
I guess this is going to be on and on.
Can Judge Carmichael really not biased.
There is nothing that you can do that's going to change what she's going through.
I chose to do the right thing. My character is still on trial. It is time to let it out. For Black women, there are a whole other set of rules that do not apply to you.
All Rise returns November 16th on CBS.
Back with a Ravens possession, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson on hand here in Baltimore. We'll be coming back here in a few weeks when Tennessee comes to town.
Come on, Pittsburgh. Get another turnover.
Dragged down by Joe Hayden, but that's 25 yards by Gus Edwards.
Give him a great job, though. You'll see the pulling left guard. Bosa comes in, gets the edge. Well around by Edwards, just cutting back in. And you know, they ran it. I mean, a few plays they've gotten. You see, it's like, wait, just a simple power play. This right here is a little bit surprising, right? It's like, whoa. You see that a lot out of these guys. That's what you have to do against this team. So up here.
Back to
For a lot of like he's big in there. He's played outstanding, and now it's like you have a guy that you feel like you can move on the inside a little bit and just stop there.
You saw Mark Ingram on the sideline again, active with an ankle strain. Suffered in the Philly game.
Damn. He didn't guess.
He's down to about the 36. Nice job of opening up a hole there by Bradley Bozeman. Picks up 12.
Now, this is the same thing. Watch the inside. Dobbs got to get across there, and he doesn't. And that's, or Bucks, I'm sorry, Bucks has to get across there. And that's the part where you miss that because this team, if they can move you, if one guy's late, the whole defense doesn't really work together quite the same.
Matt Sturra holding on to his block about 8 yards down the field to center. Good job. Here's a 1st and 10. This time the Steelers make quick contact, but Tompkins able to fall forward for 3 more.
All right, give Greg Roman credit. Great job. Now they're starting to adjust this inside running game and use it just a little bit different where they're changing responsibility, Jim. So remember earlier we talked about there's Greg Roman, offensive coordinator for Baltimore, bringing a lot of the stuff he did with Kaepernick over here with Lamar Jackson, and they know all these little rules too, so they've adjusted now.
They've already got over 100 yards on the ground,
which is shocking against this defense, right?
It's the 30th straight game now with at least 100. That's due to this guy that hasn't put ball since he became a starter. As Jackson peels off another big chunk for 14.
Call a time out of something.
It's just a dive, right? Just a dive. Put your hand ball right up the middle. Whose responsibility is to take the quarterback? Dupree, go. What are you doing? He tried to play in between. And remember, Watt kept showing you, go right to the quarterback. Him and Dupree's job. He's coming your way. You take him. If you're a little in between, Lamar's done this way too many times.
He's going to beat you.
He's going to beat you.
There is no in between.
You can't. You gotta go and trust your teammates.
Now 1st down from the 20. Thomas looking outside, goes back inside and to it. Slams him down at about the 16. So they're just running the football down the field.
And really, the passing game has hurt them. Baltimore. Other than that, they've controlled, the line of scrimmage more than anybody thought coming in. But they've been doing this for 2 years. It's like
Greg Roman designed it.
Yes, came in, coaching staff, all the guys around him come up with all the unique stuff, and they're very exotically simple. They know how to adjust their rules to this place very fast on how the defense is playing.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Open at the 10. It's Andrews. To the 6 and 1st and goal. Another 10-yard play for the Ravens.
Just a lot of stuff coming at you. Another dive fake, and then Andrews, who's their #1 target. This is the guy in the play-action game, really, that you got to watch out for a little bit as well. Now, he's probably the number one target, especially down in the red zone. 5 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, they got 7 pass receptions for touchdowns overall by tight end, 7. And the one that Boykins in the first quarter was just the third to a wide out. So this is where Lamar likes to go. Either Boyle or Andrews or keep it up the middle. Is he down or is he in? You're saying he's down. Just shy.
That was fast, boy. Mark shot through that hole.
Listen, he took a wicked shot there, but that's toughness right there, and he knows it. Watch this right at the end.
Oh, that's a Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, he's short.
Well,
Fitzpatrick's going to hit him that hard. Knock the ball out of the damn end.
Tell you, that's the one thing. Once you're a runner, you are a runner. You get protected. The quarterback gets protected. You know, if you protect the quarterback, it's passing.
Here's the handoff in the middle. Flowers across for the touchdown.
You lose 2 starters for that offensive line and you say, you know what? Something's off. Let's go make a statement and let's dominate the line of stretch.
That's right. And Fluker coming in is a big guy. He can help in the run game, 70. But this is just their dive play a different way. And you'll see this team, they want to run the ball over and over again. And they just impose their will on a team that doesn't get it imposed to very often.
Offense helped them out a little bit. They won't have this game.
That was a big time drop. If you think about it, it almost felt like Baltimore was struggling a little bit. It's just the turnovers, right? But they've been moving it the whole game. Pittsburgh's got to get going now. On their offensive side,
They got 150 more yards than the Steelers. They're 91 to 41. And that's a 5-minute drive. 80 yards total on that one. 69 on the ground. Finished off by Gus Edwards. His second touchdown of the year.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Knowing who we are is hard. It's hard. Eliminate who you are not first. You're going to find yourself where you need to be. The race is never over. The journey has no point. The adventure never ends because we are always on the way.
This is Nest Audio from Google. But does someone who wants to bring a little bounce to their house?
Hey Google, play this on all my speakers.
It's the Google Whole Home Funkifier. Introducing Nest Audio from Google.
Something's not right. Am I right? We just want a TV or a bigger house.
Larry, why are you in the dining room?
Man, I can't watch that big old TV that close.
No, why are you in our dining room?
To tell you, Rocket Mortgage will help you plan for a bigger home. From down payments to closing costs, it's easy to store will fit your budget.
I think we need
a bigger place.
Good idea.
Thank you.
If you need a home to fit the whole season, Rocket can.
Whether you're curling or crunching, running or riding, lifting or lunging, balance it all out with some ice cold serving and enjoy.
This is the first time they ever lost?
Well, they're losing. They haven't lost yet.
Wait, have they ever actually, have the Steelers ever actually lost a game before?
No.
Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Always first. Probably because the gross Cleveland Clowns.
Yeah, we had the Cleveland Browns.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fact. A fact.
So many of the stars of the game that participated in this rivalry that now, if you go all-time, regular season, 971 points to 971. Jim, there's a typo. You got Zach Sterling. That's like the same number up there. It's incredible. Amazing, isn't it? In fact, the destination is Tampa this year for Super Bowl 55. Well, trying to get to 7-0, they did that at 7-8. They could match their best start ever. While the Ravens, when they're 5-1 like they are this year, they went on to win Super Bowls. So add it up, 11-1 between the two of them coming in.
So you add it up, they're both winning the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. I would take that matchup, but it's just not possible.
I tell you what, you can honestly put Kansas City. There's a lot of teams got found, but these teams are very complete. On both sides of the ball, they make it tough on opponents every week.
Now going down the field and incomplete in the direction of Deontay Johnson.
Well, it's a good job by Pierce. You know what happened is early they got up there, got by him on the holding penalty on a deep pass. So as a corner, you start to be like, okay, I'm not going to have that happen again. We're going to throw at the top. And so they tried it a few more times, and he stayed on top of the receiver. I think it's time to go back to just the short stuff on him. He's felt it. He's like, let me keep throwing it deep. I'll keep staying high.
Steelers offense that was up 24-7 at halftime in Nashville last Sunday. Then produced just 3 points in the second half. Offense has not scored in this one in the first half. The only points coming by the defense. It's Connor. Wide open space for him. He takes off.
Jet sweep. Claypool comes by, gets misdirection. And you'll see 11 right there who they do give the ball to. Allows the guys to set the edge on the offense. And, Connor does a great job at gun. And their offense is tough at gun. He actually runs it over 5 yards to carry whenever the quarterback's in shotgun, which, is outstanding.
They've been really effective running the football, like say, out of the gun, thanks to this guy. And that was an 18-yard dash. Like that unfortunately. First down from the 40. High snap, pulled down Connor. Able to make a couple of moves at the line of scrimmage and pick up 6.
And that's him. I mean, they really shouldn't have been. I think he has great vision. When he gets to see it that back there, you get that ball very quickly and deeper. It's got that jump cut. We keep seeing it.
So far, Juju has not been targeted in this game. Roethlisberger 4 out of 9 for 24 yards. Second in the league. Here's between 2 behind Derrick Henry as Connor. Unbalanced line again. They're going to run it like they did before with Connor. 18. This time the Ravens have 3 on them in a hurry and a loss of a couple. Steelers still have no run to play.
We got a little fight breaking out today.
Here on the Baltimore sideline.
They look like Marlon Humphrey as I was watching up here shove someone to the ground on the sideline over there. I didn't see any flags yet. Oh, I did see a flag.
Well, that hit out of bounds in the first quarter that was flagged just took the intensity up. It set a little bit of a statement of what this is going to be like here today. Maybe be a little chippy.
Wouldn't be a Ravens-Steeler game if it wasn't.
That's right. It was Deontay Johnson and Marcus Peters.
That was Peters down there.
Little headbutt twice.
There's Judon. Oh. So Judon kind of shoves him. Humphrey shoves Judon right there. This is interesting. I mean, they can go anywhere with this.
Got 5 officials talking it over. This is a situation where they'd probably love to go look at a replay, but they can't. Watch. And the official got pushed.
This is what we love, old school. Fight. The fight.
Brought into it. Teams territory, how do you sort something like this out right now with so many bodies in the middle of that whole strum?
What you want to first do with it, Jim, is you want to try to get who initiated. You want to get the first one in if what follows kind of is equal to the first hit. Offsetting them doesn't deter this today. Now the contact against the official could be will completely be ruled on differently and added to whatever foul they have initially. So there could be 2 fouls on this play because the foul against an official will always stay, can never be offset.
See Johnson grabbing Pierce.
There are multiple fouls on the play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense. After the play, number
Oh. Swung and made contact on the right arm, Gene.
I mean, I don't think it was smart. I think he was trying to get out of contact, and I was holding him, but it turns out that he did it, so it just...
Get him out the game! Get him out the game! Punk. Man, whatever. Get him out the game.
Yeah, I think you would be, and I would hope that someone else...
Get him out the game.
So, all right. The net of it is the Steelers have the football at the 38. The Ravens are now without 3 starters, 2 on offense, and June on defense. First snap of the game from the Ravens side of the field for Pittsburgh. Hunter tries to switch it back to the left side. That's ball by Brandon Williams. But Judon was not trying to hit the official, but he was trying to get untangled, and the net result of it is he made contact. And he is taken out of the game. How about that? 3 starters out now, 2 by injury and 1 disqualified.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, really, quarter and a half here. I mean, it's been a lot has happened in a game that you're like, it's just going to be a slugfest, 3 yards in a cloud of dump. Oh, gross.
Second and 7. Crossing and knocked down by Elias Campbell. All 6'8" of them.
Once you get a double team, you're not getting all the quarterback, you have to put your hands up, especially your 6'8". He gets the double team right here. You see Castro helping on him. That's a great job of keeping vision on the quarterback. You're the guy getting double, get your hands up, create a wall.
3rd and 7.
See all the guys up at the line, Jim. This is where you're going to decide.
That's a Castro move.
Full start. Offense, number 66. Remains 3rd down.
Well, one thing is that takes them outside of field goal range if they would have tried after a no-gain play or an incompletion 53-yarder.
Yeah.
Which Boswell, that would match his career long, but they're back at 40 now.
Yeah, that was huge because Ben was trying to change the play, saw the pressure, so now they're going to come back to the same formation, same defense. He's deciding whether he's coming. If he is, he's got to fire his ball down here. Easy. Change the play. Ringo, going to slide the line right.
That's Elliott, and he's coming. Number 32.
Oh, that fucking ball, bro.
He was trying to find his way out of the tackle. When Elliott got him, he did blitz, he did come, and it got to the quarterback.
The problem is they have too many guys on this play that are coming from the right. The entire line can't slide that way. And Ben just gets caught holding the ball a little long. And that is a fumble.
They break back out. Barry, their punter. Elliott. Now he stripped it. He was in on it. Ngakwe was in on it a little bit. Ford was on it. And now Barry will try to pin him. Crochet stands at the 10. Ooh. Sideways and great job of grabbing that by Barry. Fair catch secured at the 7, 35-yard punt. Job well done by Barry that time. Yes, the intensity, it's always there between these two.
Like, dude, throw the ball, do something, it's coming out hot.
Furniture and mattresses, like this leather sofa for $8.99.
Who knows?
$7.89. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying mattress purchase. Now at Macy's.
I'm running as a proud Democrat. But I will govern as an American president. I love the Democrat Democrat. I work as hard for those who don't support me and those who do. We elect on the first day of our
Been there? Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, that's kept him out for a year, right?
From the 8. That's Edwards for number 5. The number 2 rush defense. Well, they've given him 136 yards on the ground already in the first half.
Well, you'll see. Now we're on the stuff. This is just everyone's slide, right? Well, everyone's slide. That's not what this team does. They adjusted all of a sudden, and it's giving the Steelers a little bit of hesitation, man. Half a back part dive, quarterback keep it or give it. Right? You're caught in the middle. Hard of the game, and that's making Pittsburgh play slow. Great adjustment by Baltimore.
We got a chance to look past them. Game average in the first half alone to pick up a first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 after Edwards picks up 2 more, or make that Dobbins. Dobbins, by the way, is 6 carries, 52. Edwards is 10 for 56, so he got 2 backs on pace for over 100. You see Brown has moved over from right tackle to left for Ronnie Stanley. He's got all the room to run the ball. He just slips out. He's in. Unbelievable. TJ Watt was in the area.
Seen some crazy stuff in this first half, but that ball is slippery today just because the ground is so wet out here. And you can see normally that's not even, the thing you think about. Lamar, everyone wants you to protect the ball. He runs like that a bunch.
Edwards got dinged on that last play. With the sideline, we got the 2-minute warning and another first down picked up by the Ravens.
The support we've had over the last 2 months has been amazing. It's not just a work environment. Everyone here is family.
2 minute water.
Sweetheart, do my forearms look bigger?
They look the same.
I've been spinning faster recently. I think they're getting bigger. Feel them.
Yeah, they kind of feel bigger.
Yeah, cool.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
Did you know Duracell Optimum can make devices work even better than copper top? This toothbrush brushes quicker. This screwdriver turns speedier. This fan spins faster. Upgrade your devices with Duracell Optimum.
Brush aside the doubters, the naysayers, the noise. Oh, and Liz, you're not ready for gray, so brush it away in 5 easy minutes. Just for men, mustache and beard, and you're better than you are. And look the part.
It's so good to see you guys. Hot out here.
Are we on yet? I thought we were doing a Zoom thing.
Confused?
No.
Maybe you just need a Snickers.
Subway and the NFL celebrate youth athletes at the top of their game with the 3 freshest plays of the week from NFL flag football. Got moves? This kid has them all. He spins. He scores. And in our top spot, this kid takes off with the ball and the game. That's this week's freshest plays, presented by Subway, fueling a new generation of youth athletes everywhere. Now, back to the game. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light. When game days are go, there's a Bud Light there. And by Duracell Optimum. The Verizon halftime report. James Brown, along with Phil, Nate Boomer, and Coach Cowher have all the scores and highlights coming up on the Verizon halftime report, including Tua's debut, with the Dolphins leading the Rams late second, 21-7. And that yard differential. Look at Lamar Jackson, big chase. He's able to make something out of nothing. He was surrounded by 4 Steelers. We got an injury update from Tracy.
Jim, you mentioned Gus Edwards. He was being looked at on the sideline. That left knee stretching it a bit. Seems to be okay. And then just an update on left tackle Ronnie Staley. He's officially out with a left ankle injury. And right guard Tyree Phillips remains in the locker room with an ankle injury. And just on Ben Roethlisberger, he is on the bench right now, stretching, flexing that right hand, having some discomfort. Not a great grip right now, but it looks as though we'll get some more information at halftime, Jim.
Thank you, Tracy. 2nd and 6.
And a timing interception. We'll get a chance to see what Finn can do after Hayden makes the play.
Oh, I'm telling you, this is huge.
Did it hit the ground, though?
It looked like God came up, didn't it, for a second? But this is the only thing you can't do right here.
Oh, yeah. I don't think there's any control there to you.
No, I think it's kind of like just bounces up that inch right there at the bottom, you know, when you don't pull it into you. You can see the ball out there wide.
Yep.
But that's the only thing you can't do if you're Lamar. You're controlling the game. You're running the football. You can't give them any points here. You've already started to subtly figure out how to run the ball.
The ruling on the field of an interception by Pittsburgh is under further review.
And if you give them a short field, and somehow they get, I mean, you gave 7 points right away early in the game on an interception bounce. If you also give them a short field here and they score, it's 14-14, and you've dominated, you know, for the last quarter and a half. And
This is one of those replays you have to review, of course, all turnovers, so automatic, but it should be something that could be solved rather quickly. You don't need to look at it 10 times. I mean, it took one look for us to say, no, that was spent against the ground. Yeah, see a case for that being a pick. Ball's coming out, and it bounces back into his mitts.
I hate to say that one actually made me think that second, didn't it? Yeah, this one's an interception, Jim.
That's called a good hedge.
I think that's
not flip flopping now, are you?
I'm joking. I think that's it. I don't think he had. It hits the ground right there. And
that was an INT. What are they doing?
What an outstanding play.
Yeah, no one interception.
And they are able to render a decision rather rapidly as Brent Allen back out.
After reviewing the play, it is an incomplete pass. The Baltimore call, third down. Please reset the game clock for 1:17.
Come on, Joe, you could have caught that.
Well, this is a huge play right here. You're going to get an empty. And as a defense, you got to be prepared for a run by the quarterback. He's going to try and look at something quickly, but you got to protect the ball. You know it's one of those situations. You take a timeout if he runs against 3 or 4. But this team runs the ball in these situations.
Timeout now called by the Steelers. And again, the Verizon halftime report is coming up. Still ready to dive into the highlights. JB will direct the crew, Coach Nate, Boomer. The Dolphins, 28-7 now. They've opened up the lead. Tua, by the way, 5 of 11 for 34 yards and 1 touchdown, no picks. So they've done some things defensively in that game. The Dolphins, they picked off a couple of times.
The Bungles are beating the Titans.
For Miami, trying to get to 4-3 on the season.
Well, here we go. 3rd and 6, Jim. Throw or run?
I think it'll start out looking like it's going to be a throw, and I'll go scramble Jackson.
I think they want to run the ball here, especially after you throw a pick. At least give it a look. If you like to look, go ahead, fake it, keep it.
There he is. Jackson waiting for the first down. I guess I don't get partial credit for that.
You do. You said it. That was pretty good right there. I was impressed. Give me
Timeout on the field. Back at 30 from Lowe's.
I'm changing hats at in there, man. I'm tired of this nonsense.
And I know this year, home has meant everything to you too. So this holiday season, we give thanks and celebrate.
Wait, is it because they have a 14?
Because gifts for home bring joy to all.
Nanny, is it because the Ravens got a 14?
Okay, one more time.
The ever elusive Lamar Jackson keeps this drive going. Again, back at the 8. They have 2 timeouts to play with. 9 seconds before halftime.
Well, you're still a lot of yards to make it from even field goal range. So for Baltimore, it's still kind of in that situation where we don't really have to throw the ball yet. We played well, but if you're going to be aggressive, it's going to be on this play or the next one to ensure the other team doesn't get the ball back, Jimmy.
First down to Snead. Shut down by Williams.
That's a perfect play call because you got to expect run a little bit.
And another penalty on the far side of the field.
Oh, did they catch him for not being set on the motion? Or maybe illegal formation.
Back him up.
Not on the ball. That usually means the receiver was not on the ball. That's a killer because it's going to be someone who never even touched the ball.
Illegal shift. Number 83 and number 89 offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains first down. Please reset the game clock.
And Andrews caught on the shift. Seed ended up making the catch. They'll be taken off the board.
So you have to get set when you move up like that. The other guy can't go in motion while you are. If he does, and you're both moving, you both have to get reset again. So if 2 guys are moving, that's really close to a ticky-tack foul. Although I would argue if the receiver wasn't on the ball, he resets.
It's first and 15. And another good run for about 9 with Dobbins.
It's a great run right there, like you said, and that's the byproduct of the play before. Throw a slant, flat, throw it to the flat, shoot it out, and then boom, here it comes.
Number 1 rushing team has already eclipsed its season average in 1 half, 167. First down, catch by Steve. He's got enough.
Now this should be a Baltimore timeout problem there.
Got this call with 41 seconds.
That's a great job. Lamar Jackson under pressure. Gets the ball out of his hands, moves the chains, and now you can do anything you want.
How about putting up 232 yards on the number one defense?
Well, that's the crazy part. It's just
and rushing for 167.
You know, the most they've given up this year was 104. Now, Pittsburgh in rushing, it's like they see that killed it in the first half, but they averaged 69 yards giving up rush again. I mean, what Baltimore's doing today is just really outstanding. I mean, nobody does this in Pittsburgh. And you know, this is like that last year. If you remember, they won by yard differential. Greg Roman came in, started changing on him and Harbaugh, and they won by like 1,400 yards with a yard differential at the end of the year. This year they were only at like 40. And so this is really seeing who they can be.
First down, one timeout to play with. Watt chasing after Jackson. Was able to get an incompletion out of it in the direction of Snead.
Well, that's tough because Watt's as good as anybody at running down quarterbacks. And
what a visit we had with him last night. Just listen to the way that
he loves football, knows it.
The way he breaks it down, the way he's listening to the quarterback cadence, how he's picking up on all the little details, how JJ told him his rookie year. Just listen, and you'll learn so much. Here's a 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
Yeah, exactly right. You just hear the cadence, the way the goal line talks. Players who want really improving of the game. They want all the little stuff that gives them little advantages. You want does that as well as anybody. And, I mean, this guy, he's first or tied for first in like 4 categories in the NFL. Tennis for loss, quarterback kids, quarterback knockdowns, stuffs. By the way, what is stuffs? Go ahead and tell me what stuffs is.
Well, that's I heard you asking about that.
It's like stuffs. What is that? See, stuff like, is this basketball? Is the other piece of football? It's the same as tackle for loss in the run game.
3rd and 10. Steve gets it close to the mark. Where do they put it? Pushed out by Lane.
Shorter, usually they give it to you like because they want the game to keep moving, but the clock is stopped. So they might take a look at this. But
they've already moved the chains.
Yep, first down.
First, Justin Tucker is on the sideline waiting for an opportunity that presents itself. One of the absolute best. As Jackson takes off straight ahead. He gets it to the 40. Another timeout called by Baltimore with 21 seconds.
See, that right there is where I would clock it. So you get up on the ball at 21 seconds, and you can go ahead, Baltimore right there, because you still can clock it there. But if you walk up to that line of scrimmage and you just hand it off or clock it, you still have enough downs. You're only going to get one more play off this without a timeout anyway. If you walk up and clock it with 18, 17, or 16, you have any play you want in the entire playbook, and you have a timeout. Whereas now, it's okay, but you're getting a little dicey because if you're tackled in bounds, you have to clock it, and if the play runs a little long, it's really close.
Close. At this point, it's close. By the way, with that run, Jackson becomes the 3rd Raven to rush for over 50 yards in the first half. 3. Wow. Go with Dobbins, 61. Edwards, 56. Jackson, 54 on 10 carries.
That's exactly what Baltimore's recipe is. Multiple people, hard to get a beat on. Man to man. You're going to make you throw this one outside if you want to.
Come on, bro. What the fuck is y'all doing? Get him out of bounds.
You have no idea how many things get into this.
I thought they may give Dobbins being out of bounds, but they said his 4 priors have been stopped, and so they kept the clock running.
And that right there is where you kind of got a little lucky because if a guy or two doesn't get there, they scramble, everyone has to go nuts.
You get a pre-snap penalty, the half's over.
That's great coaching, though.
Yeah.
to be prepared for that because he gets out of bounds. Someone's going to think he's out, but if your body weight's going backwards, they keep the clock running.
Yeah, he's 51 here. He's made 8 of his last 9 from 50 and beyond. 51 for Tucker. Look at the hold. And here's the kick. Man, does that guy go?
Hey,
So they're able to get the field goal after.
I know what it's going to go. Hey.
At the 8th. And we finally reach halftime. Well,
2-yard touchdown.
All right, jam back on.
Yeah, and Tracy. That's a huge one. The Patriots at 2-4, really fighting for their season against the team that leads the division. Now, that way the Bills won't get when they try to deliver a semi-knockout. This team's won the division the last couple of years. Up the middle efforts. Got 3 more.
So I really think right here, you're going to find out, because Baltimore kind of figured out Pittsburgh in the first half. I mean, it can't be overstated, just how huge the middle of that run with Alua out. He's played outstanding. That he kind of is allowed to make that play because him in the center are one-on-one. Right now, Bucks is just not getting off that block fast enough to do it. So I think you're going to see more of these 4-man fronts. See those 4 of them? Not like the 3-4, Jim?
Yeah. 35. Able to strip it out of the hands. Robinson never secured it. Good job by Spillane. Taking the Ravens offense off after 3 plays.
He keeps coming up every time we see him. He keeps playing really good football. And that really would have been caught if he didn't get his hand right in there.
First 3 and out for Baltimore. And just the second punt coming for Cook. Their catch foul at the 23. 44-yard boot. Let's take a look at next gen stats for our AWS. Roberts to blitz. You see normally throughout this curve. They're fantastic. This year's played 70% of his passes, but today, over 4 on third down. And these pressures are coming from a lot of different areas. It almost confuses you where you don't really know sometimes on your timing of do you have that extra half a second or not? Because you can't look right and left and look down the field. And that's really gotten Ben just a little bit off of it. I don't want to say communication, but just with the timing of the throws up there. Just one. But you got the matchup first time ever they've been on the same field with Ben. Missing the games last year against the Raiders, talking about the 2 quarterbacks, Lamar and Ben. Lamar, the reigning MVP of the league. And Ben, meanwhile, in his 17th year, you know how many votes he's gotten for MVP in his career, which is a whole big career? 250. 0. He's never gotten a vote for MVP in his career.
That's a great season, too.
Super Bowls, a lot of records. All the Steelers records.
You gotta watch.
2nd and 9. Let's pick it up. Zip diving catch. That's Eli. Great shot by the tight end. They started
Ebron does a great job going up. Pushes Parker up. But that's kind of where, if you're going to sit and not move, you're allowed to actually move loose. That's a catch, especially when you got what you got to do is
that's all on Bonds. Terrell Bonds. First down.
Well, you can see right before so when those 2 kicks, huge pressure. Anybody pressure? Well, come on. Tell your guys, 3 guys, what is it?
Rush, shut down.
Jim, that's a quarterback special. The guys on the right, I just call the plays. It's really fast. He's like, what is it? What is it? Just do it. And he sees your hand, I look at you, and you're like, what is it? Doesn't matter. So I'm throwing glasses.
2nd and 1. Momentum in this game changing on one.
Just wash your hands, man. What's up, little man?
Points back to Smith-Schuster at the 13.
Juju.
Great job of hanging on that ball.
Play Juju.
Getting to the progression just a half a second. And that's really changed on this drive. That's huge. We're coming to set.
Your daddy kiss.
Left, right, left.
Huh? You miss me? You miss me? You miss me?
Actually spotted at 12. Another set
You
of
miss me?
six first downs.
No.
Trying to get around Ferguson, but he says that's not allowed in my space. Lost 3.
Connor lost for fun. You ready to play football?
And you'll see him.
You ready to play?
He's on the edge of your screen.
Yes,
He's
you
gonna take
are.
out the ball and
You're a little joke, ain't you?
Finally comes out there, says no. Sets the edge.
Ah.
You can't let him get outside you.
You want to get down?
Here's a 2nd and 13 snap. Step out of the end zone on top of the players about a half yard short.
Well, this is what he does really well. He does all this little stuff inside. He's tough, physical. It's kind of the engine here a little bit here. Tough little throw.
Wide go far wide. I'm going to go long.
Whenever there's substitution, you got to wait that defense time to see where it is. That's going to call a play here. But now we're going to get up and get covered. Chance.
Don't do it. Stop, boy. We're going to go far wide.
What happens is Ben wanted to run up to the line. This has happened sometimes. He wants to run up to the line Just go snap it, quarterback sneak in or throw a fade right away. So you get that ball down the corner, right down the side there. But then we get a substitution because the coaches are calling a new play. So you're rushing the guys up, and these guys come on the field, you're like, oh, no, we just lost.
Yeah, because the Ravens get a chance also to sub one you.
Correct. And now all of a sudden you're like, oh, should I call a play here? And that's where you just, when you're empty, it's hard. Now you see the ball off on first down, you have to get the formation.
It's Randy Fiegner, their fine offensive coordinator. See what he sends in here.
This is where you got to watch. This is simple handoff. Claypool's right there. He's got to lose the ball sometimes. Sneaky stuff. Just simple. No shoving here. Once you get it clear, hand it off.
And the Steelers have taken the lead. Down 17-7 at halftime.
That's exactly what you want Pittsburgh starting this game, but just the motion, that's why they bring him in there. He's rushed, for multiple touchdowns this year, Claypool. So you think he might get it, so it's just a hair slow. They don't just shoot inside like it's going to get it off.
Well, Connor now has rushed for a touchdown in 5 of the last 6 games. Only one pass play that changed the texture of this game.
They really did. And I want to give that camera credit. Bringing jet sweep stuff, helping out. He's getting the offense, helps them on runs like this. Steelers with the lead.
Come on, man.
Progressive presents and
Come on.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, no.
I can't feel my finger! Please!
Strength. It's a word we hear a lot this year. Strength of the American people. Strength of the American worker. Strength of the American family. We see
this guy get a couple stops.
Determination, optimism, hope. We took the virus head on, and now we're getting back to a normal life. The second shift, the dance lessons, and Friday night football. But some want to tear us down. They don't believe in America's promise. Their ideas would kill jobs and drag down our economy. We'll never give up on America.
Come on, man.
No, not ever. Because now is a time to renew our faith, restore our safety, rebuild our economy to keep winning. We faced our
I don't know what's going on.
and we are overcoming, just like we always do, because we believe in America.
Yeah.
She got to she really get that other stuff, and I told her, you can't push it that way.
That's you too. Your fault.
Probably still, that's why we sat there and looked like, what is really going on?
You can't go nowhere. Your sister did it. It's all her fault.
Touchdown game from Stars. They were pretty
I mean, what a play.
No.
To get TJ Watt up the field and then come under, and Andrews just kind of stays in there. Great sidearm. Jackson just
Spillane
ran out of bounds. The defense never controlled the ball. Therefore, we will bring the ball back to the spot of the fumble. It's Baltimore's ball.
Spillane tried to slide into it, but never gained possession and slipped out of his hands as well. Here he comes.
Come on, man.
So he doesn't have it there. He has possession there.
He's got one arm out of bounds.
But I think that left arm was. So he had possession for you. That's him trying to throw it back in, but his left hand was down.
It's an 18-yard. Goes back to Donald. Hayward's there. Shuts it down after 2.
Decided to take multiple caps.
It's gonna be your fault if the Steelers lose this game. I tell you that it's all your fault. It's your fault too, little boy.
No, it's not my fault. No.
Go.
No.
It's your fault.
Stop! It's not my fault. Stop. Ow! Stop. Go.
Yep. Stop one. Go. Football game on.
No, football game.
How about they knock the dude down? 3rd and 8. We need to stop. We get a stop, please. See the whole team after him. Sacco, do something.
I'll tell you right now.
Steelers!
He does take them both. His responsibility here is tough. He has to do the back on that one, and he decides to stop his momentum.
Now you got to make Lamar throw the ball, and he can't do it.
That's a running back trying to get outside. No. Shut that down.
How you going? No, we ain't going nowhere.
Touchdowns in this quarter. Iran,
He looks good, but I mean, I almost thought he was trying to go so hard, so fast. It was like, yeah, like this is my first time. I'm gonna come out here.
Terrible towel.
It's good, huh?
Yes, you are. You ready to play football?
You can see his rigorous stuff. Yeah, you're hearing good things about him. The Steelers. Second and 9. It's incomplete. Peters on the coverage and the line of the back to Smith Schuster. You're going 3 balls on that last touchdown drive for Pittsburgh. And I think this is where you're going to see Baltimore start to put the pressure right there. They come back after Ben. Don't let them have that extra second. Ben tried to slide in the pocket. Did a good job of trying to get the ball out a half a second later. Good coverage.
And Wayne Martindale, the defensive coordinator.
Watch when he comes up with here, Tim, because he's great, isn't he? Don't you love him?
Oh, he's been tremendous. One of the best to talk to at a production meeting, too. Whatever that's worth. But we had coach in this lady. That's it.
He's supposed to come out right away. 9.
They do, but the Ravens there. His runner loses a yard on the reception.
And there's your weak Martindale. Pressure, exotic, overload one side. Ben knows he couldn't wait out anything longer. They got him with just the protection side of it. That's a huge stand for Baltimore right there. They can punt from their own end zone.
O'Shea. Get his hands on it for a run back. And it's 145. There he sends a spiral back to the 35. Here he goes. The rookie from SMU. With a collision at the 48. Here's Benny Snell. By the way, Saturday on CBS, our college football coverage begins at 11:30 in the morning. These are the Air Force at RG. Leads to the SEC on CBS. No, it's one of our favorite games. Georgia and Florida, 8th ranked full day college football Saturday on CBS. And there's a Steeler that knows all about the Commander-in-Chief trophy and playing those games against Air Force. The left tackle out the road along the way. Back to Edwards. And Watt and Williams combined to bring it down at 49. Well, the Ravens have scored in 26 consecutive quarters. That breaks a record of 24 that was set by the 2000 Rams, the greatest show on turf to start a season, that is, when they scored their first 24 quarters. Now, they're 26 scoring in the first and second today. They got 21 seconds. I know they're thinking about this right now as they come to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, just looking for that play. Just keep the streak going. Did you give it to him? You thought I was kidding. Oh, and they get to Jackson.
Yeah. I tell you, I'm impressed with Bucks in the pass game. That's twice now he's come up one-on-one. He's hopping around right now.
That will be the 4th sack of the game. We're heading to the 4th quarter.
Fight the spirit is one we all share. And on election day, let's hear it. It's a voice. If it's worth fighting for, it's worth voting for. Now, root for those of fighting spirit.
It's Macy's Veterans Day sale with our lowest prices of the season on furniture and mattresses, like this leather sofa for $8.99 and a new bed just $7.89. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying mattress purchase. Now at Macy's.
This is the moment America has been waiting for. CBS.
Say what you got.
Most accurate, unbiased information possible. Special coverage Tuesday. The world of
sack on the last play of the third quarter. Tuitt was in on it, his second sack of the game. Third quarter dominated by Pittsburgh. Now Jackson trying to change things. He's got the 22 for May. Turns around, makes the catch. For 39.
This is unbelievable. Watch down here on the middle of your screen. That's a slot receiver. Jackson's going to pump him right there and then go right up the middle of the field. And that is outstanding design coming out on a new possession and then great catch by Duvernay.
That's the longest play of the game. Either side. It's Evans. Wayne gets to emerge. Watt finishes it off. Awesome, too.
Watch 41 right here. Where it comes right in your screen. And just reads it correctly. And when he turns on the chest there, he's coming quickly.
So Baltimore gains only 27 yards in the entire third quarter. Picks up 39 on the first play of the fourth. Second and 12. Look at Jackson. He was in trouble. For the touchdown, but they're also Parker. Back at the 28.
Yeah, this is Lamar Jackson. Unbelievable. I'm telling you.
Take it back! Take him back! Sit him back!
I just had a rough time. A couple of these pass plays because he's getting one-on-one. We talk about it all the time. Pittsburgh, a lot of these one-on-one matchups. Coming in off the right side right here, you'll see trying to hang on.
Undo was coming after him, and Skura called for holding. Just an amazing slice and dice to the end zone, but all for naught.
And that was a highlight reel play. I mean, that's one of those you keep seeing. You know, it's like last year you're waiting for a bunch of them. This year, that was like, oh, yeah, nobody else on earth.
It's pretty much good. It's one of those games you play. Second down. Two. Takes him to the turf at the 6. Picks up 24 on second and 22.
It's just a busted coverage. I mean, Sneed's in the boundary screen. There's nobody over there. And that is strictly the communication on Pittsburgh's side. But I'll tell you, you not only saw the march come right back to them, but let's go, guys, get back up here. It's okay. I know we scored a touchdown, but come on, get back up and play. The guys back out for quickness, things like that happens. Heavy.
Takes them out after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So they on this drive they had 3rd and 14. That's when they had the 39er play to begin the quarter. And second and 22, they pick up another huge chunk.
What's up with Clemson and Pittsburgh secondary?
From 3 yards out, second and goal. Then in this offensive coordinator discussing things on the sideline. Meantime, Dobbins lined up behind Jackson.
Gotta be the guy, key.
Time to get the game. He was out.
So they do the dive, key, so they fake the dive. He's been thrown to the corner. And he's definitely.
No, he's just got this right foot and leg went down. The left never.
What about the knee, Chip? Any knee down first? No.
Good call.
Hold on. The right knee. I don't know. The right knee's out, I guess.
Challenge even going on the field and acting really fast.
Give you a hard time.
Yes, you said. Ow!
Don't phone me this time.
I didn't film him, did I?
Football? Steelers are messing up. When you play for them, you can't do that, okay? You'll get daddy a heart attack.
Oh, we can help. Nintendo Switch for Mom. Power Beats Pro for Dad. Ninja for the air fryer for Stevie. They'll love them.
Let's hide the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
You crazy? Let's try burning the chainsaws.
So go Steelers.
Smart.
If you're in a horror movie, you make four. That's what you do. You want to save 15% or more on car insurance? So see that. It's like you do.
It's the after party.
If you are ready to open your heart and your home, check us out.
Was it a touchdown, man, or what? Not a touchdown. Tony Romo running his mouth, calling it a touchdown. What you think? Tony Romo. He never did that with his career.
Tonight, watching a CBS Sunday night movie is like hanging out with an old friend, and you always know what they're gonna say next.
Such a crew the Enterprise. Death is illogical.
Hold on to something! Star Trek Beyond.
Fire everything we got.
The CBS Sunday night movie tonight on CBS.
Go to NFLShop.com and gear up.
That Gene Steratore was looking at this, and it was close, Gene.
It sure is. The two words that come out are indisputable evidence, and also the rolling on the field initially of an incompletion. So with those two thoughts in mind, angles are crazy. Look at this angle.
Because to me, anything in this end, doesn't go.
Here's Jackson rolling and throwing it. It's time. They go right back to the touchdown.
Touchdown.
And this is because the legs of Lamar Jackson are so scared of it. You have to move your zone a little bit. And he finds Brown right in the back. Negating the plane. You see Trey Lane comes flying in over there. It's a little bit of a zone area. Kind of least Fitzpatrick out there. Kind of make up for it. Perfect throw. Brown gets down low. Makes up for it.
It's such a good one. They said you're in another try. He's got his first catch.
Yeah, we said they losing. They losing, Daddy.
Touchdown Jackson. Jackson's second touchdown loss of the game. 53-yard drive for them.
What's wrong? It's okay. We got Big Ben. It's okay. Big Ben gonna take care of it. Oh.
There's all these kinds of things that have been said through the years. John Harbaugh one time told us that reminds me of Michigan, Ohio State. Those areas when he was an offensive coordinator for the Steelers once told us it's like Ali Frazier. Roethlisberger says it's his least favorite place to play. He says that, by the way, out of respect to the fans, because I'll make that very clear.
Close the door right here, man.
That's what it should be. You want to make a quarterback out of the standard. You know, so all coaches do that. I've been that for so long.
Come on. Run it back. I told
This fight from play one to last play physical, rough and tumble. Ravens defensive coordinator Rick Martindale said he told his team this could be a 30 for 30 feature one day, and he said, find out what your feature is going to be. Write your story. It's incredible this rivalry is doing.
Yeah, it doesn't quite listen. No, it's not a full house, just a feedback. You know, they ranked it up in here.
So get down there for you can see it.
Back where Roethlisberger threw it. Back in the offensive backfield. He took a big hit here. Really hit two different guys. He got hit by Pernell McPhee. Someone came to the leg. I don't know. It's one of those. You're protecting him, but did the guy take a shot? I think they're really talking about 54 Bowser. Did he actually? There was no foul call. They hit him to play second half. I think they're talking about 54 Bowser. Goes to second. He's the last. You see the hit by McPhee and that 54 right there. That second little shot. Very nearly able to catch that. I'll keep going. Sorry, John. I'll keep going back to that right there. Just just keep going. How big is that guy? 6'5", 6'4". Second and 10. Bowser gets up in space against the ball's going to come out, but he doesn't use that speed, gets across his face. One hand's it.
I don't know what the damn Raven DB was thinking. Stop, boy.
Then you got to throw it inside. That's where you got to step up and make a big time throw. Just where you want to get a play pull outside. The cloud.
Still, go put us in the refrigerator for Daddy. It's a soda. Don't shake it. No, that's for Daddy. Sodas are bad for you. You shouldn't be drinking. No, stop. Just put it in the refrigerator.
Actually, once Clark had reached into the face guard, so the ball will be advanced right to midfield. That off of 3rd and 2 play.
See what's happening. They're making it look like there's one safety high. And I think they're going to not want to let him go. You'll see these safeties are going to start to get a little deep. They got a double team. They saw play. We almost had that big play. Johnson, like you said, these guys are good. They got to start switching it up. And they don't do that, Jim. I'm going to guess that they're coming after it. They're not just going to sit there, cover one.
So Johnson split wide right and caught 2 touchdowns last week. 2nd and 6. Choo-choo for 3 coverage. And right in front of Tomlin. Like Tomlin, his team, the last to stay unbeaten. He's talking last night about, they haven't really talked about that at all, but they'd like to make the 72 Dolphins wait another week. I think he was talking to him. He was like, let's go.
You coming back up here? Get a good watch of the game? Huh?
3 teams are 4-16. That was Cincinnati and Jacksonville. So who knows? So you call for that. See him to the middle. It's Houston. And that is a great matchup because Humphrey is one of the best defenders out there. Smith-Schuster was able to take him on and get the first.
He really is. I mean, you said it right there. Say choo-choo, baby! Choo-choo! 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 Say choo-choo. Say choo-choo. Say choo-choo. Wow.
Automatic first down. I'd like to welcome those of you who saw the Buffalo Bills and New England, its 4th consecutive loss. 24-21 Bills. Final. We're here in Baltimore. The Ravens led by 10 at halftime. The Steelers put up 14 unanswered in the third quarter to take the lead. The Ravens have come back and taken the lead again at 24-21 on Lamar Jackson's second touchdown pass. And now the Steelers are driving.
Well, we had the penalty on this drive, 2 penalties, 15 yards on the. They passed earlier, and there was another big one right there. You really didn't need him in either one.
It's bad. Smith-Schuster still going. Baltimore defense with 85 penalty yards in the game.
I hear now where you at.
Smith-Schuster second half.
They're getting them in these little inside zones.
He did. I saw him. Yeah.
I'll sit him in a few minutes.
Leave me alone in a few minutes. I thought them is mine send you pictures.
Ah, my little boy.
I didn't take these pictures yesterday. I think they took off.
Touchdown, baby! Touchdown! Yeah! Let's go.
Now, this is just that roster firing a strike. We just got that. It's a big year. You are if you get 2 of these guys right here, they don't really know how to play. So they go outside and inside. And we usually put a guy high in the and you get strike right there on the outside. Great goal. Make it a 4-point lead.
Yeah, before Christmas. They just got before Christmas.
Oh, yes. Another touchdown.
Coriander, mix it with that fresh onions and that cilantro, and it just brings out those flavors. It's very tender. When you're cutting it, it's tender. When you're eating it, it's tender. It's bomb.
Hey, Jake, the straight for it. That's against the Ratbirds for my chance. No, but
State Farm just has surprisingly good rates. I won't tell you. You want the real deal? Like a good neighbor? State Farm is there.
All the costs. Find it with Now, Joe Biden he will raise taxes on the middle class, and his liberal agenda will cost millions of jobs. Because he's a career politician past his prime and wait to rebuild our nation.
But we won't let it. We will build a better future with courage, with strength, because we are America, and Donald Trump is our president. America First Action is responsible for the content of this content. It's the direct reason. I don't necessarily believe it. There is no truth.
Oh, okay.
Returns November 17th on CBS. The NFL on CBS.
You ready for the end of the game still?
Shop Black Friday.
There's more football coming on. You both watch football all day.
Yeah, I like that.
Now a fourth lead change in the game. Pittsburgh putting up 20 points in the second half. Welcome back to the T-Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Jim History, home Tracy Wilson, Gene Stewart.
Well, you can attend that, because I already got something for the baby.
And what that is, November 1st.
Baby just coming. Should be Serenity size.
It's Jim Rickoff, our producer.
What size you wear?
Yeah. I see what you did there. Yeah. Happy birthday, James. You just turned 78. And you got a lot of bags. Still fighting a good fight. Good job, Shane. We'll be producing Super Bowl this year in Tampa.
Come on, Steelers. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. Let's go.
So here's an adjustment right there. Jim Baltimore come out straight option, old school Nebraska, like in the day, running out. See if they continue with that. Speaking of national holidays, on Thanksgiving, these two will meet for the second time in Pittsburgh on Thanksgiving night. Jackson, 68, touchdowns, 2 picks, rush for another 58. First down.
Come on, defense. Let's go. Woo! Go Steelers. Defense. 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 Defense.
This is the adjustment. Started running outside.
Defense. Defense.
You're head to head. But if Pittsburgh could win, they could be looking at trying to distance themselves, at least for the time being. Browns must have came into the day 5-2 and lost at home to the Raiders. As Donald has a first down by number 50.
Yeah.
That was a Raider win on the road, 16-6. So Cleveland drops back to 5-3. In the AFC North, I mean, what's Cincinnati doing, by the way? They've been in every game, basically, except the Ravens beat them. They look pretty good. But they're beating Tennessee with 2 minutes to go, 11. So there's no pushover in the division anymore. This and the NFC West, right now, half the season end, appear to be the two strongest. These are two of the. These are the NFC West. Fitzpatrick holds on to an ankle. That's 5 straight running plays. This one went for 20.
But now they're starting to get outside. You see the zone play. They don't do this that often, which is why it's a gaping hole. There's so much to prepare for. They call it like a zone, which means all your linemen just run in a zone. They don't block a guy. They just, everyone run left in the zone. Whoever's there, kind of take them. And all of a sudden, that's what creates a big hole because you're not used to that. For the time, they bring just a straight option to the right. Just run right, quarterback, and pitch it to your tailback when you want.
And guess what? The rookie has now a 100-yard game, I believe. Yep, he's going to hit 14 for 100.
Woo, can't stop it.
100-yard rushing performance. Playing a whole lot more today because Mark Ingram out with an ankle.
Playing fantastic. The adjustments that Baltimore's made in the run game from the first quarter to the second, and then from the third to the fourth. Outstanding.
We've got a player down, a Steeler defender, Hayward.
Well, this defense has been on the field a long time today, it feels like, doesn't it? It really does. How many plays?
69 plays versus 47 by Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh led the league in time of possession coming in, but hasn't been the case here today.
Well, it's been so many penalties, too, in Baltimore. You just made the game feel like you're out there a long time. She's running plays over and over. 3 turnovers. The house, the other one just 1 or 2 plays right afterward. Makes your defense go right back out again. So it's a long day for everyone on that defense. But this is where the games always come down to. These are the critical plays in a football game. You need your best players. Here's a lot play, right? Setting right here, force fumble. And on offense, it's Lamar Jackson.
Like to welcome the Colts, Lions, or Vance Indianapolis with a win by 20. Giants coming over to Jackson. First down, something about 3. It's a drive that began back at their own 25, and they have not thrown it once on this drive. 7 straight running plays, trying to find the end zone and create a 5th lead change today.
And the only way you're able to do that is to continually evolve your run game, which they have throughout this game. And to be able to do this on multiple possessions today, very impressive. But you need to punch this in here. 3 doesn't do you near as much. You know, take the spot down too far.
Good job. Let's go.
Dupree and he was able to slip out of it. Then stopped by Ondu and others after 2.
Well, this is where I get up and run it quickly, just in case you have to kick 3. It's like, let's get a good play, let's go. But you want this, you want as much time. You get a sack here, you got to kick the field goal. You don't play for that, but 3rd and 5 with this team,
that's a close call.
It is. They have some timeouts. You're going for, to me, if you're 4th and 2, you're going for it.
Like Coach Tomlin said, on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, they're troublesome to stop this Baltimore offense. It's 3rd and 5. Just the situation he spoke of, and here's why. Jackson stopped as they're able to take him down Bucks. It'll be 4th and about 3, maybe 2.5.
Well, you're going to go to the 2-minute warning here, and I think you got to go for this. You don't get many opportunities against defenses like this to continually, and you'd have to throw the ball in a minute. Let's say you got this back perfectly, 45 seconds.
Well, a game that is truly befitting of the rivalry, coming down to the last 2 minutes in Baltimore.
This is
Here's where the game will be won or
Introducing Nest Audio.
and lost.
And so we can be together again in the light much longer.
It was the night before kickoff. Went all through the house. Not a player was stirring. Not even a drop. The nachos? Oh, yeah. Ed. Brandon polished his helmet to give it a gleam. Excited for game day with his brand new team. Now get the Doritos and get the Tostitos. Pour salsa, pour queso. Get the Lay's and the Cheetos. Now snack away, y'all. Because kickoff is here. And it's game day, y'all. And don't forget the chips.
This year, Walmart's turning Black Friday into deals for days. Starting Wednesday, November 4th, score deals like an $88 42-inch on Roku TV and get them at our new deals pickup. Let's end the year saving bigger.
I'm a Verizon engineer, and today we're turning on 5G across the country with a coverage of 5G nationwide. And in more and more cities, the unprecedented performance of ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. It will change your phone and how businesses do everything. I'm proud because we didn't build it the easy way. We built it right.
You know, I'm just saying, I'm not optimistic about still stopping the Raiders right now. And there's been one of those type of games that the Ravens have been running the ball successfully against the Steelers all day. 4th and 3. You got to start Lamar Jackson. He either run it, pitch it, throw it. It don't look good. But let's just hope that we cause a turnover and stay in the game. And, let's see.
Here we go with a 4th and 4. As I mentioned, Pittsburgh stopped the last 7 times. Now, the game hinges on Jackson. Jackson takes off.
Yeah! We got him! Got him! He shut down Lamar! Jude! She's a Chargers fan now, but it's Bugs. Let's go, Steelers.
Pittsburgh takes over 7-1. 2 timeouts. I think he gets that. Doesn't win that matchup. He hit the throw, come back across. And here's what you got now, Jim.
Okay, Tom.
You got to play it safe here, right? And it's not a field goal. This is 28-27. You got to get a first down or 2 here because you can't just punt and all of a sudden give them the ball at the 50-45 of the minute because they'll still have a field goal attempt to beat you. At this point, you're going to see run the ball twice, possibly screen, but you're probably not going to see a ton of aggressiveness. And guess what? That means you probably should be aggressive and throw a ball. Ravens rush for 265, but they needed 1 more.
Oh, okay.
And there's 4 quick timeout. 151, leaving the Ravens with 1 State Farm post-game show coming up. JB and all the crew stand by. Have another game that'll join us for the bonus coverage. We're enjoying the finish of this one.
2nd and 8, 151 to go. Let's see what the Ravens got.
And the Steelers trying to get to
2nd
7-0.
and 8. Why not just throw a quick slant, son? I mean, I don't get paid millions of dollars. I'm just saying. If it was mad, I throw a quick slant and hopefully do take off running.
You give it a minute. 52 on the clock. Ravens have 1 time. You got to make them score a touchdown. So when you get it back to them, you won't have any timeouts. This is one of those rare occasions where you trust your quarterback, put it in his hands. You do that. That Ben Roethlisberger, he knows what he's doing. If you stop the clock here, that's huge, Jim. This has to be a very safe throw, in my opinion.
Choo-choo! Hey, face mask! Face mask, Ralph! Face mask! Send us cowgirl this, we will whoop them. Hate them boys. Stop, Andres. Tony. Where's he running from?
Yes.
He already done. He done. Leave him alone.
So, what are you gonna do for Christmas with that? Can I be a part of your show, Dad? I mean, like, you can make a video game.
What's up?
Queen and McPhee. And it'll be 4th and 1, and out comes Jordan Berry upon it. Well, he's not going to block the edge. It's going to come right on the inside. An incredible job by McPhee. Really, the play is made, like you said.
Don't say punt.
Your first round pick. This guy doesn't make the same mistake twice. He's still learning. And he's got a very high ceiling and one play.
Yeah, I can.
Timeout by Pittsburgh here in 1 second or two. Again, State Farm postgame show. JB, they'll never coach scores on the
Yeah, then the one that was no, what we do is we already and they should have like a small portion. It's not great, but it's
Run a fake putt. Bobby Mountain sound.
all right. 32. All right.
Andreas. Still?
52 seconds.
Brother.
No timeouts.
Go get him.
That's a big 10, 12-yard difference. And right now, you're going to need some places. Your job, Pittsburgh, is to keep the ball in bounds. You got to keep it in bounds. Not just by sideline defense to get up 15 or 20. Get the coach. And you know
Intentional grounding. Intentional grounding.
Right there again. You're going to see at this point, Pittsburgh's going to run a spy over and over again. You almost have, you can't let Jackson beat you. And I think you'll see one of the guys in the middle. Just go Jackson. Plays inside on. Stays in the field of play. Good job right there. Check them all on going. You got to get the plays off fast. You got to get out of bounds. Get set outside. See Dobbins running. That's 32, by the way. And that makes it really make it 4th and 2. Not a good throw here. He's wide open. Well, he is, but he's giving one of those things that's one of those where it's like, I'm just wide open, right? But you don't really get to play for these really wide open. You're like, well, you can't really forward, can't I mean, what is that?
Your Pittsburgh is showing a little soft. You don't want to just all of a sudden give them. You want to give something right to the ball. If they want it.
Yes, Ford defender is down back at the 40 as Hayward again. They've gotten injured earlier this quarter and came back in.
Well, they want to throw. I mean, if play two-man with all, you can get people over the inside. Aggressive calls. For those who out there, Pittsburgh did not play super safe there. They actually played semi-aggressive in that scenario. And really just great play by Jackson.
As they tend to Hayward, I'm going to be curious to see what the officials end up doing with the clock. What will they do? Let's bring in Gene. Gene, the clock stopped. You had a snap as a player was still down 40 yards behind the play. Let's sort this out.
What they're going to do with this is make a determination of when they would stop the clock with the injury. Pittsburgh will be charged their third and final time with an injury that occurs at this point in the game. What they will now try to discern is whether they need to put more time on this clock or whether they recognize the injury was there and it was going to prevent that snap.
I think there's, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6, 7 seconds that can be added to it here, Gene.
I agree with you, Jim. I think there's definitely more than the 8 that we're looking at right now. It's the official, the referee, I would think would be the official that would make that determination. He's the one back there with the player. And Brad Allen will have that discussion with his crew and probably Coach Harbaugh here as well.
Pittsburgh with the timeout. And now just waiting for Brad Allen and his crew. Actually, they're not showing signs of changing anything here. No. It's 8 seconds, and they're ready to go. There it is. They got it. Move around. There's Jackson's throw. He's zipping it through it. He's got time. Probably at this point, he's only got one play in the end zone.
Well, that was the play. Just to get a quick out because they're going to protect the end zone. So it's like get about 8 more yards. Throw it like they were throwing, but he just got hit. You saw a guy on the sideline. And that's where big-time players have to come up. Watt gets a hand on. And that would have gotten the ball down to about the 12 or 10, which makes this easier. In this scenario, Jim, you've got to run around. You got to make a play. You don't try to throw this right away because no one's going to get to the end zone. He's got to find a soft spot in front of the end zone. And there he is to the end zone. And it's brought down.
Blow it up. Ended up with a Steeler victory.
And that's where it's like, you know you want to throw these seam routes, but if they're looking at you, if you can scramble, move in the pocket, and get out, now they break down and have to turn their eyes around. And that's one of those end-of-game situations where you have to, it's a perfect throw, but how are you going to fit that in there? I mean, you threw it over the guy by an inch and tried to fit it between 2 others.
What's Harbaugh sitting there?
He's pointing to his head, saying, we've got to think. As far as what? That's the question. I honestly think he's talking about a situation that I will not bring up.
Wow, what a game. Comes down to the last play again. The Steelers. Next week. Tony and Tracy. Gene, Jim Van say so long for both of them. Back to New York.
They're going to toss a junk online. Woo!
can't believe it.